So yeah, 14 calendar days is what it took for me to make 30 grand in this trade idea brought about by this logic that we're polishing for Tiptix. And it wasn't with AMC. Could have definitely been better, but it is what it is. I miss out on AMC, the more popular trade out there. It's just that I don't want to touch something that I'm unfamiliar with and just rely on luck. However, seeing how we move gave us a better understanding on how to play it next time a similar pattern shows up, and we're now coming up with an algorithm around it. Congrats to those who made bank in AMC. Other than AMC, market has been presenting decent opportunities lately. Picking up from my latest update on my trading performance with Tiptix, the algorithm I use for trading US stocks. A link to that is provided in the description box as well as at the end of this video. For the crypto space, I pretty much haven't done anything since the last update, sitting idly on USDTs, so there's that. In the stock market, Tiptix has been able to pick up some trade ideas which I definitely put a wager on. Let me take you to the trades I made for this period. ISNS is an experimental trade. The loss here could have been avoided had I moved up my stop at my entry price when I was already ahead in the trade. It is what it is, it's just a small loss anyway. PATH was a Tiptix trade idea back in May 20. It would have been a winning trade for me, but I messed up my execution on this one. Things like this happen, but at least I just ended up flat with it. RHE was another Tiptix trade idea back in June 8. It went up around 20% the day after I got in, and as soon as that happened, I trailed my stop to my price. And I'm glad that I did so, as the surge that I made wasn't sustained, leaving me with just a scratch trade. IHT is another Tiptix trade idea back in June 7, and it was a fabulous one. I entered it at the price of $8.45 end of day, and the next day it surged to a high of $14.77. That was at least a 75% surge, and ended the day at $11.55, closing 35% up from where I got in. I was experimenting on my take profit strategy with this, and I only cashed it out at $9.50, a sad 12% return. Well, this trade is just only telling me that I need to have a better take profit strategy, the thing lacking in my game. My approach will definitely be better next time I encounter a situation like this. Honestly, it's not a bad problem to have. So this 1700 gain that you're seeing in my IHT trade would have been much more had I have a more sound take profit strategy. I'm just gonna take this as a learning block to improve further in my approach. Lastly, LEDS. Now, this trade idea wasn't published as we were in the process of testing and polishing the logic set for it when the entry materialized. I got in this one at an average price of $9.65 give or take, and locked profits on this candle. It was a tough ride with LEDS as it kept on doing multiple ODRs or one-day reversals. Basically, what I was doing here was I was trailing my stop with the 5-day moving average. It's the same approach I applied to IHT, which you now know backfired. Using this strategy is easier said than done, as the temptation to close your position early is real when showing you money. It's not the perfect approach, as I could have cashed out when I was ahead 45 grand or 60 grand. Instead, I stuck to my plan of trailing profits with the 5-day moving average and see where it goes. I wasn't able to sell at the top, but hey, 30 grand is 30 grand and in just 14 calendar days. It could have been shorter and better. I just gotta learn from this one and improve my approach for next. Nonetheless, we are definitely excited to put into production the algorithm that enabled Tiptix to catch LEDS. All in all, despite me messing up and not being able to maximize the opportunities Tiptix trade ideas presented, I'm very much happy with the results of the logic sets that are already in production and those that are in the testing stage. There are still a number of logic sets in our pipeline in the development stage, and I'm excited for them as well. I started playing this game by listening to other people's opinions, not knowing which symbols to play, not knowing to time my entries. And I'm currently at this point wherein I'm just focusing on my zen in this game and polishing my take profit strategy. And as I said earlier, even if I wasn't able to maximize the trade ideas that Tiptix was able to put out, I'm thankful that this is what my problem is right now. How to better my profit taking strategy, basically. I appreciate how far along I've come in this game, and whatever I've learned and seen work, we put it in Tiptix. Now, the algorithm won't be able to catch everything, nor it's going to be 100% correct. And the number of trade ideas might be on a limited basis, but knowing how much a trade idea can possibly yield, I'm good with how the logic works, and we're still striving to make it better. So if you're lost in your stock trading game, check us out. As my confidence grows bigger and gain more familiarity with Tiptix, I'm excited to scale up my risk exposure in these trade ideas, knowing what to expect from them next time they materialize. If you want to know more about Tiptix, check us out at Tiptix.com, and while at it, follow us on our socials and subscribe to this channel as well to check the progress of the algorithm, to keep track on the progress of the algorithm. We are currently in the process of modifying our packages to better suit how the algorithm works. I'm definitely gonna keep you posted on that one. Other than that, I'm just excited for the next trade idea that Tiptix is gonna put out, and hopefully I'm gonna have a better profit taking strategy with that one. So I guess till the next one, and let's call it a wrap. See ya.